What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Decided to do a little live show today. Sorry for the lack of any advance notice. This is kind of very spur of the moment. All right, I've been busy doing all sorts of videos for you this morning, and I figured, you know what? Today might be a good time to just kind of get a live stream going, get people hopping on, talking about music. The theme for today is feel good music. All right, I think in these trying times with the coronavirus raging all over the world and people on lockdown, all that sort of thing. Maximillionaire, what's going on? Yes, I am safe. Hope you are as well. Happy Sunday to you. Well, depending on where in the world you are, might not be Sunday. Paul, what's going on? Yeah, exactly. Good idea. I think let's take 20 minutes, half hour out of our day and just have a general discussion about feel-good music. What are people listening to kind of help them forget everything that's going on in the world? Or even if you're not forgetting, just kind of taking your mind away from things, to getting away from the TV and the news feeds and, the supermarket lines and all that kind of stuff. What kind of stuff are you listening to try and help you escape all that's going on in the world? Who we got here? Billy Dow, Amori, Simon Boyers, Gary Bruce, Large Wooden Badger, Joshua, Ilpo Hukari. What's going on? So I figured I'd start off talking about kind of what am I listening to kind of help get my mind off all this stuff. And keep in mind, a lot of what I'm listening to is stuff I need to prepare to do these shows. But I've been listening to a lot of Dixie Dregs lately, last couple of days. I just find that the music of the Dregs, it's instrumental, most of it anyways. I got some really cool melodies in a lot of their songs, amazing playing. Just there's like a feel of hope in a lot of their music and a lot of their compositions. And I've been listening to a lot of Dregs. I've been listening to a lot of Beatles. All right, a little unusual for me. I'm a Beatles fan, but I'm not a Beatles fanatic. But I've been listening to a lot of Beatles music. I've been listening to, what else? Listen to a lot of Caravan lately. Strangely enough, I've been listening to Pat Metheny, that new Pat Metheny album. I'm digging quite a bit on that. What else? Been listening to some Santana, just some stuff. A lot of Miles Davis. Okay, again, a lot of these things due to shows I've been doing for you guys here, but I've just been trying to put on stuff that's gonna take me away from everything. I think, but number one, the Dixie Dregs have been really helping me out lately. I've actually had a couple Dregs CDs on in the car for the last week. Just everywhere I go, I'm just listening to the Dregs, Dregs of the Earth. What else have I been listening to? Free Fall, Night of the Living Dregs, Unsung Heroes, Industry Standard, just kind of listening to those over and over and over again. And, they're helping me. I'm a big fan of Steve Morse and his guitar playing, and I love that band. And, so what do we got here? Joshua, Genesis is the best band ever. They're one of them. Daryl Buzio. I listened to Ozzy's Ultimate Sin album last night. It took me away for an hour from all this sadness. Cool. Mario says, your show gets me through the day. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. From Troy, Boston is a very uplifting sound. I agree. From Bodgemog, Pete, last night I played One Size Fits All by Zappa. There you go. Hard Luck says, Dio takes me away to fantasy world. There you have it. A lot of good stuff here. From Alan, CCR. Yeah, Creedence Clearwater Revival. I've been listening to a lot of them too. That's another band I wanted to mention. Excellent. What else we got here? George says, thanks for the videos. Been listening to Humble Pie. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Humble Pie too. Raging Monk says, what do you think about rap? I don't like rap. Sorry. What else? What else we got here? Hey, everybody, how's it going? Van Halen. Yep, I've been listening to a lot of Van Halen too. Obviously, I did the Van Halen show. Mitch Wooten asks, have you heard of Moxie? Absolutely. I did a Moxie top 10 song show sometime mid-early last year. You should check that out. Who's Next from Brian? Yes, Who's Next? Great album. Tim says, I got out my Humble Pie anthology. Yes, indeed. We got some Billy Squier fans here too. Victor, Rush. Absolutely Rush. Halloween. Yeah, I like Halloween, man. Jamie Lazo, what's going on? We played Kenny Rogers last night. You got to admit he had some good songs for what they are. Yeah, rest in peace, Kenny. Man, God, I heard a lot of Kenny Rogers growing up, boy. I tell you. Glass Harp. Someone mentioned Glass Harp. Another one. Oh, Rainbow Rising, of course. Rainbow Rising. Mama's Boys. I've never really listened to much Mama's Boys. Hey, I got a question for you guys. Geoff Young, Piper, absolutely, dude. Love Piper. Just curious. I've only heard like 2 songs. Anybody hear the new Ozzy record? I heard two, 3 songs, and it hasn't done anything for me. I haven't even bothered to listen to the rest. Just curious what you guys think about that. What do we got? Emerson, Lake and Palmer, The Kinks, Village Green, absolutely. John Coltrane. Yeah, Breakfast in America. About a week or so ago, I was immersed in Supertramp. Hey, Geoff Young, if you're still on, how's that new guitar, my friend? The new guitar. Jeff's got a brand new one. What else we got here? AC from Kaiser, AC/DC Mountain and Magnum. Yeah, can't go wrong with Magnum, man. Oh, can't go wrong with Magnum. Jamie says the new Ozzy album is pretty bland. I've heard that from like a half a dozen people. Multi-Gulliver, IQ, absolutely. IQ is a great band. Brandex, Heavy Duty. Do you like Wasp? Not really. I don't mind the first 2 albums. Was never a big fan, even back in the day. Ozzy's new album, auto-tuned. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel. From Tommy, Gary Moore, MSG, Uli Roth. Oh, that's right. Thin Lizzy. How about the 70s band T2? Yeah, that's a great album, boy. New Ozzy sucks, no good. Few half-decent songs, the rest is trash. I mean, honestly, guys, because I've had a lot of people ask me, Pete, when are you going to review the new Ozzy record? And I'm like, I can't even remember the last like Ozzy album I really enjoyed, solo album. No More Tears, maybe. I don't even listen to that anymore. I think everything he's put out after that is just hasn't done anything for me. I just find it bland, generic, and uninteresting. I mean, some good guitar work, obviously, because he's got great players, but I don't know, just kind of lack for me, you know? Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. Yep, I've been listening to some Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, as well as Crosby, Stills, and Nash. TNT, 10,000 Lovers. Great album. Great album. So the new album is better than Black Rain and Scream? Oh, God, because those are pretty bad. XTC, I like XTC. Absolutely. I'm kind of a new comer to XTC. I only just started listening to them about a year ago, believe it or not. Just listen to Sgt. Pepper. Felt good to listen to, Kevin. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think for me, I actually really enjoyed doing that Beatles show this morning. And I, didn't think I'd be saying that, because it's like, I like the Beatles. I do. I think I like them more than I kind of give on sometimes, but I think that Beatles are just, for me, real warm and fuzzy feel-good music. And I was just actually, listening to a lot of them lately, getting the list together, and then actually talking about it this morning. And I was like, oh, man, such a great band. So many great songs. And it just kind of takes you away from everything else, which is what it's all about, right? That's right. Elbow wrinkles. It's getting better all the time. From Aiden, Pete, have you heard about Moron Police? I have never heard that band. Sorry. What else? Lonnie, what's going on? Yeah, you got to watch that Miles Davis episode. That pack a lunch, man. It's an hour. We had a great time doing that, me and Mike yesterday. Great stuff. Black Crowes ranking show. I don't have enough Black Crowes to do a ranking show. Allman Brothers Band. Yeah, Jessica. That's a great song. Allman Brothers Band. Ranking the albums is coming this week. In fact, I'm going to do an Allman Brothers Band ranking the studio albums, and I'm going to do a separate show ranking the live albums, because they've got a lot of great live albums. So I'm going to do 2 for them. It's not often I do 2. I did a Deep Purple. I did a ranking the live albums, and I there's some other bands that I have a bunch of live. If I ever get to do a Grateful Dead thing. But man, I'm only scratching the surface on Grateful Dead live albums. I mean, I still have probably 10, but there's millions. But I could do a ranking of the ones that I have. So what else? David Lee Roth, era Van Halen. Yeah, it's great, man. What is your favorite John Coltrane album? Oh, man. Probably that Live at Birdland album. I don't know. I'd have to give it some serious thought, because he's got some great live albums and some great studio albums. I'm actually going to try and convince Mike to do a kind of a history of John Coltrane show. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm going to be breaking that news to him at some point in the near future. So what about Tangerine Dream? I dig him. I especially like the early stuff. I have all of those 70s albums. They're pretty damn good. I got to be in the mood to listen to them, though, because that's pretty dense, impenetrable style stuff. But I dig it. I went through a pretty heavy Tangerine Dream period about like maybe 15 years ago or something like that. But I do like them. What else? What else we got here? Just watched the Black Swan review. Yeah, it's a good album. It's a good album. Aerosmith. All right, so here's the deal with Aerosmith. I've had a lot of people asking for me to rank the Aerosmith albums. For me, Aerosmith is their debut and basically done with Mirrors. So if I'm going to do a rank in the albums, that's all I'm doing because, quite frankly, the rest of them, no good in my opinion. And I have like a compilation of some of the best of the later stuff. Even that I don't really listen to. So I'm going to do like Aerosmith in the 70s, early 80s. I'm going to take those first, God, how many albums is that? 9, 10, whatever it is. And I'm going to rank those. That's coming at some point. What else we got here? Opeth. What about him? Elbow Wrinkles. What about him? How can anyone dislike Aerosmith's Get a Grip? It's very simple. Billy Joel, Street Life Serenader. A great album. A great album. UFO Strangers in the Night. Yes, that's a great feel-good album. Absolutely. I mean, how can listening to Michael Shaker guitar playing not make you feel good, right? I'm telling you. Opeth's really dark sounding, though. Oh, you're trying to say that Opeth music makes you feel good? Yeah, I mean, it depends on which era. I mean, yeah, I some of the early stuff is, that's pretty heavy out there and extreme. But I find a lot of Opeth's more recent albums pretty uplifting, I think. Let's see. You are very welcome, Ree. This is my favorite channel. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. Just got the news. Almost every metal festival in Europe is canceled. Yeah, I know. Billy Joel ranking. Yeah, I should be able to do that. That's pretty doable. I know a couple have asked me for an Elton John ranking, and that's not very doable. That's a lot of albums. But Billy Joel, yeah, a lot of great albums. Styx, I'm okay. There you have it. The Flower Kings. Awesome. What about Wasp? All right, someone just asked. I'm not a huge fan. I don't own any of their stuff. I had like the first 3 on LP back in the day. I'm never really a huge fan. Aerosmith rocks. Their best album. It's either that or Toys in the Attic, right? Either one. They're both great. What else we got here? You can barely do a Lucifer's Friend. I would like to do a Lucifer's Friend, actually. I think I have every Lucifer's Friend, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a big fan. I like that band. And you know what I like a lot about Lucifer's Friend? Every album is very different from the one that came before it, and I dig that. Early Steve Miller Band, good stuff. Halloween ranking show. Yeah, I could probably do that. I got all the Halloween stuff. What else? How about Free, the greatest rock band of them all? Guys, you got to look at the playlist. I did Free like 2 months ago. I've done a free top 10 songs, and I've done a free ranking the studio albums. God, we got so many people just keep asking questions about stuff that I've done before. I know we have a lot of new people to the channel. I get it. But please use the playlist. Go investigate. If we're all in lockdown these days, I'm going to pump out as many videos as I can. But I guarantee you 80% of all of you have not even gone into the playlist to check out all the stuff from the last 5.5 years. I've got all the stuff archived very neatly for you. So go check that out. When are you going to rank the studio albums of Ozzy Osbourne? I don't know, man, because I don't even own any of the 90s. No More Tears is the last one I ever got. I'm just not a fan of the majority of the stuff. He's got those first handful are great, and then, so I don't know. Ted Nugent is a joke. Oh, geez. Can we stop talking about Ted Nugent already? Jesus. I think that stupid me wearing that Nugent shirt and putting that disclaimer has brought all sorts of people to this channel who don't deserve to be here. I don't know. Last time I'm doing that. Yeah, I know. His early music is great. I'll reiterate again, guys. I don't prescribe or pay any attention to the nonsense that Nugent has been spewing. I don't personally agree with all the hunting stuff he does. Okay. Granted he hunts and he eats and, whatever. I'm an animal advocate. I'm an animal lover. I don't agree with that either. It hasn't stopped me from, and his political beliefs, whatever, but that hasn't stopped me from enjoying his music and his guitar playing. All right. I'm the type of guy that I separate myself from that. It's like the music is all I care about. I don't give a crap what he says or what he does. It's like, you know what? His music, especially his early music, speaks to me, not what the political nonsense he spews and, how he hunts or what he hunts and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I know it's a joke. I know. Do I like Testament? Absolutely. The new one's coming up. King's X rating. Guys, I've been asked that a million times. I'm not a huge King's X fan. I know I should be. I have a couple King's X albums on CD. I've tried to really, really get into them because almost everybody I know loves King's X. They just don't click for me. I'm pretty sure it's Doug's vocals. I just don't like his vocals. Every project he's worked on, I really can't get into. You can't love everything. Can't love everything. So no, I'm not going to rank the King's X stuff. Do you like Radiohead? Unfortunately, not really. What else we got here? Do you like Cadbury eggs? No, I don't. I don't eat candy. Sorry. Crack the Sky. I don't own any Crack the Sky. Orange Goblin. I have a couple Orange Goblin. I have the most recent ones. Good band. Do you like the Smiths or Radiohead? Nope, not my thing. What else we got here? Everything April Wine feels good. Yeah, I dig April Wine. I think April Wine, unfortunately, I'm curious how many folks in Canada we got today, because I know April Wine's a pretty big deal up there. Not so much here. I've never seen them live. I know they toured here a little bit in the 80s, but I have a couple of years ago, I decided to investigate a lot of the April Wine catalog, and especially like from the mid 80s and back, and man, some good stuff. April Wine is a seriously good band. Seriously good band. Todd Rundgren's Utopia. Love him. Love him. What else? Oh, we got a lot of Canadians here. All right. Big Star. I have a good Big Star collection. That's all I've got. Good band. Good kind of power pop band. Do I like Great White? Not so much. I kind of dug them a little bit back in the day, but what else? The Cult. You know what? I always liked the Cult. I had like all of their early albums on either LP or cassette back in the day. I never replaced them on CD. So I think now I have like maybe one or two Cults, like the more recent ones. I need to like go and get like some of those classic ones, like Sonic Temple and, the early stuff. Pat Travers. Oh, I love Pat Travers. I'm a big Pat Travers fan. Will you rank the albums from the Scorpions? All right, here's the deal with the Scorpions. I have all the Scorpions recordings up until, man, what's the one that came out after Love at First Sting? Drawing a blank. I have I think I have all the Scorpions up to about 1990 or 92. They put out a lot of stuff after that. So if I'm going to rank the Scorpions, I haven't really listened to them in more the last 20, 25 years. So I would be ranking probably the, mid 80s stuff and back. That's what I would do there. All right. Another guy asking about Thunder, man. All you Brits are asking me about Thunder nonstop. I've never listened to Thunder. Got to understand there's certain bands that you guys were into there in your country that absolutely had zero exposure here. Zero. So quite frankly, I never heard of Thunder at all till like a year or so ago, when a lot of you started saying, what about Thunder? What about Thunder? There's so much like a lot of the bands that you love. It's just a matter of what you get exposed to, right? I mean, because there's a lot of stuff that's been big here in the States that I get plenty of comments from our British friends who are like, I never heard of this band before. I never heard of this band before. Well, here they're enormous. So it's the way it goes. Status Quo, another one. I do have a bunch of Status Quo albums. I need to be in the mood for them. Their music is some really good albums, a great live album. I find a lot of their stuff just, sounds very repetitive and the same to me. But when I'm in the mood for that cool boogie stuff, I check them out. I know a lot of people love them. Magnum, yeah. I love Magnum. Love Magnum. Oh, Thunder is great. They're from Holland, wherever they're from. But regardless, they're not known here at all. Icon's first two albums were great. House of Lords, decent album. Your thoughts on Symphony X? I absolutely love Symphony X. So basically, and I've been talking about this, my brother and I are going to team up and do ranking the albums of Symphony X, and then we're going to rank the albums of Dream Theater, because quite frankly, the only other person who's as big into those two bands as I am is my brother. And he's never done this sort of thing before, so this will be the first time. So we're going to do like a Skype, hopefully this week, Skype call where we're going to record the video, and he's going to help me rank the Symphony X albums, and then in a separate episode, the Dream Theater album. So that's coming. That's coming. Do I like Trivium? The first couple albums are pretty decent. I honestly, and he's a great guitar player. Matt is a great guitar player, very talented band. I'm just not into that kind of like metalcore stuff. Although I think that they're more on the thrash side, very melodic, good players. I have a couple of their CDs, not a bad band. I've seen them live numerous times. What else we got here? Who was my favorite bass player? You're going to have to wait till I do my favorite bass player shows. or favorite bass players show. That's coming. I still have to do that. I've gotten kind of derailed recently, but I'm going to do my favorite bass players, my favorite keyboard players. Okay. And then I'm going to have to do the favorite vocalist show, I think, right? It's got to happen. All right. Enough with the Samson. No, I have no Samson. I'm not familiar with their music. Sorry. Heard of them forever. So you can keep saying the name all you want. All right, guys, we're getting away from the topic here. Talk about feel-good music. You guys are just asking me, do you like this band? Do you like this band? Never mind about what I like. What do you got? What are you listening to these days to, kind of make you feel good, take away from all that's going on? More importantly, is everybody safe out there? All right? Where are you guys all from? So, in fact, you know what? Stop spewing out bands for a second. And where are you guys from, and how are things in your neck of the woods, whether you're here in the States or in your country? Okay, that's what I'm interested in hearing right now. Silence. Cleveland, Ohio, Sweden, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Rochester, Minnesota, Mexico, Chile, Finland, Dublin, Ireland, Norway, Quebec, holy moly, the UK, Watertown, New York, Nova Scotia, Egypt. Wow, holy moly. All right, now it's going way too fast. I can't keep up. New Jersey, Wuhan, New York, Memphis, Tennessee, San Antonio, Texas, safe in Maine, Queens, Inglewood, Delaware, New York, Buffalo, New York, safe in Venice, Spain, Poland. Man, we are all over the globe here today. Montreal, Wisconsin, Queens, San Diego. We got a bunch of New Yorkers on here. Good to see. Oh, we got someone from Leeds, Colorado Springs, Belgium, Southwest UK, Marietta, Georgia, France, Vermont, Vancouver, Argentina, Australia, Queens, Argentina, safe in Indiana, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, Czech Republic, Australia, Brazil, Luxembourg, Ottawa, Rio de Janeiro, Chicago, Texas, Pittsburgh, Gainesville, Florida, Italy, Chicago. Man, I tell you, I am truly humbled at the global reach of this channel. I really am. And I'm glad to hear that everybody's doing okay. Everybody just stay safe. That's the most important thing. I know this is a trying time for everybody. Feel good music today, Supertramp. Absolutely. I'm worldwide, Billy. Yep, I guess so. Totus is listening to Deep Purple as loud as possible. Damn straight. Man, put on In Rock today and crank that shit up, right? Alabama. A lot of people from Sweden. It's time for a tour. Well, maybe when things settle down a little bit, right? Take this thing on the road. Wouldn't that be interesting? What else we got here? Def Leppard, Feel Good Music, Triumph, Fight the Good Fight, everybody. Every moment, every day. Portugal, Iron Maiden and Rush, Creedence, Clearwater Revival, Steely Dan. Jeff, that you? The thing's going by so quickly. Yeah, Geoff Young, former guitar shredder of Megadeth and an absolutely great solo artist, guitar player, and a wonderful friend. He said to me yesterday, he was like, I can't stop listening to Steely Dan. And I'm like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that, because quite frankly, Steely Dan is pretty feel-good music as far as I'm concerned. Do I like the band UK from Mike? Absolutely. Dude, that first album kills. I like the second album too, but I'm more of a fan of the first album because you know why? It's got freaking Alan Holdsworth and Bill Bruford on it, man. Come on. Asia. Absolutely. Tool. Jesus Christ Superstar. King Diamond. There you go. Doobie Brothers. Yeah, Michael, that is a great recommendation, man. I was listening to a lot of Doobie Brothers a couple weeks ago before all this kind of started because I was doing that Doobie Brothers ranking the albums show. And yeah, I love the Doobies. That is Doobie Brothers. Absolutely great feel-good music. Voivod, there you go. Yes, Drama, Foreigner, Styx. Yep. I can listen to Styx anytime. I absolutely adore Styx. The older I'm getting, the more I love Styx, and I always dug them big time. Dio, 10cc, there you go. McCartney Wings, there you go. Megadeth, there you go. We need a Heaven and Hell album ranking. Seriously? Come on. ELO, yeah. Jean-Luc Ponty. That's right. ZZ Top. Have you guys seen the ZZ Top film? Documentary? Little old band from Texas? That's pretty cool. I enjoyed that. That was good. Enjoyed it. Uriah Heep, absolutely. Hang On to Your Life by Shooting Star. Cool. Old Candlemass. I love Old Candlemass. Dire Straits. Yeah, those first handful of Dire Straits album are great. Hawkwind, Chicago, Kansas. Mastodon. Magic Pie. Absolutely. Are you from Sweden or Norway, my friend? More people need to know the magic of Magic Pie. I'm telling you, for all you guys on here just typing away all these bands, stop for a second and go on YouTube when you're done here. Write yourself a note. Go check out the band Magic Pie from Norway. I'm telling you, if you love hard-hitting progressive rock with tons of great guitar work, amazing vocals, and super awesome Hammond organ and synths, man, I'm telling you, Magic Pie are amazing. They've got 4 or 5 albums. I forget exactly how many. They're all great. The band 10, there's another one. Rob Lasante, what's going on? 10 are awesome. 10 are awesome. Great, tasty, melodic rock. All right. 10 is a band that if they were around in the 80s, would have been huge. Great vocals, killer guitar work, great keyboards. Just amazing, amazing songs. Great band. Thanks, Rob, for reminding me. I haven't listened to 10 in a while. I got a whole bunch of their albums on CD. What else we got here? Coliseum and Coliseum 2. Absolutely. Yeah, the newest Magic Pie is very good. Check it out. I dig it. Jethro Tull, absolutely. Randy Hansen, I haven't heard that name in a while. Feel Good Band, ABBA. Yeah, absolutely, right? I dig ABBA. Zebra, Hughes and Thrall, it's a good album. Trapeze, I love those early Trapeze albums. Man, so good. Glenn Hughes, man. And Mel Galley, what a great guitar player he was. Blue Cheer, Saga. Oh, by the way, Saga ranking the studio albums is coming at some point too, this week or next week. We'll see how that goes. Glass Tiger, yep. Speaking of feel good, you know what I watched yesterday, and I'm not a huge fan of the movie, and I haven't seen it in like a million years. But my wife wanted to watch Dirty Dancing last night, so I watched it with her. I got to admit, by the end of the movie, I was like, that was kind of okay. That's what, it's a definite chick flick, but man, it's like, I got done watching it, and I haven't seen it in like 20 years maybe. And I was like, that was kind of fun, I guess, Thin Lizzy. Absolutely. Fanny. Yeah. Remember the band Fanny? All girl band. Oh my God. I'm telling you. All right, guys. Well, we're almost at a half hour. I just kind of wanted to, you're welcome for the Magic Pie suggestion. Go enjoy them. I'm telling you. I try to give you guys as much recommendations as possible on cool stuff, right? Because that's what this is all about, sharing the gift of music. Sparks. The Tubes. Oh, sorry. The Tubes. Because I was told by someone who I'm pretty sure was from the UK last year that it's not the Tubes, it's the Tubes. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, please get over it. What else here? Pagan's Mind. Absolutely. Absolutely. Camel. Sure thing. Camel ranking the studio albums is coming as well. All right. Alan Parsons. Yeah, I have most of the Alan Parsons albums, so I could probably do something there. I'm also going to do drawing a blank. Procol Harum. I'm going to do Procol Harum at some point too. Absolutely. First and second Rat albums. Yeah, I think the first 3 are actually pretty damn good. After that, more Pagan's Mind fans. Yep, Big Train. Yep, love them too. We got some Elvis fans here. We got Rolling Stones. And yes, I'm going to do a Rolling Stones ranking the albums at some point too. That's going to be a lot of albums. Holy cow. Fleetwood Mac. I love the Mac. I love all eras of the Mac, actually. Badfinger, another great band. Sabotage. Tigers of Pantang. Nectar. Love Nectar. Yeah, I'm going to do a ranking the Nectar albums too. I think I'm missing like 1 or 2 of their more recent ones. I have the newest one. I think I'm missing the last 2, I think, but I'm just, at some point I can't spend all my money to buy everything. I might be missing like an album or 2 in a collection. So I'd rather just give you guys the episode and just do it, right? That's how I feel. I know there's some people like, oh, but you got to talk about all of them. It's like, well, I could do that, but then we're going to hold up all this till I do that. And quite frankly, I sometimes better things to spend my money on, although I do spend a lot of money on music, a lot. So what else? Alcatraz. So you guys are listening to some cool stuff. Manila Road, absolutely. Robin Trower, definitely. I'm a huge Trower fan. So anyway, guys, we're just at under a half hour. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Of course, we're here all the time on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in from around the world. Stay safe. Embrace your loved ones, okay? Just stay safe. That's all I can tell you, all right? We'll get through this, all right? The gift of music will help us. But if everybody just kind of stays away from each other for a bit, let this thing die down a little, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll be okay. But, you know, the important thing is you can look forward to me every day, all right, bringing you something, okay? And hopefully it takes you away from everything that's going on for a little bit. And thank you for allowing me to do that, all right? I think we're almost at 30,000 subscribers and many, 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 many thousands more that visit us every day. I mean, literally the numbers are staggering. It's like 200,000 unique people visit this channel per month, at least the last month, right? It keeps growing. So that's really cool. So tell your friends, everybody subscribe, and we'll see you guys later on. We've got Santana coming up later, all right? Ranking the studio albums. You don't want to miss it. And for all you Saxon fans, top 10 songs, all right? We'll see you guys. Take care. Have a good one.